Look, my wife is just pulling in right now. I hear her with my son. All right, so delete. All right. Oh my gosh, I forgot to hit this thing. Oh, you see, Melena or anyone, that problem that I keep doing, I'm like, oh dang, I didn't mean to do that. That you just see me do, that's because so you can understand, and I'd rather put myself through that stress. That's because I keep my stuff locked down here, right here, right. The third class I was going to give you, I was going to be before I start going to charge next week. I think it's imperative, not imperative. I think it's important for me to go over a trading views class, right? On like how to use the tools that I use, but how to use these tools that I know of, and how I utilize them, and how to chart. I think y'all will appreciate that. But anyway, where was I? Yeah, so long story short, this class is just me creating a watch list for the rest of this week, right? And the things that I look for. So real quick, a thought that popped up in my head is one thing that you can do is even throughout this week, you can rewatch this video. Even if you're not utilizing the tickers that I am speaking on, you can look for the price action or setups that I am speaking on any chart and literally do the same thing you're hearing me do. Promise you that, right? All right, so what we were talking about is I just literally just go to any chart. It's on an hour, so I kept it on an hour. I'd rather go to a 4 hour and then move down, but we'll do that here in a second. What I was talking about, it wasn't recorded, but is what I was explaining to EK, right? On the RSI, which bearish divergent is me just looking at the candlesticks. I knew it was a bearish divergent, right? So it's when your RSI has reached its peak, and it doesn't have to hit your 70 mark or your 75. My peak is 75. It could be anywhere around 60, like right here, right? It could have almost peaked, right? Boom, and then created a bearish divergent, right? Anything can happen. I don't want to say, hey, some news could come out. Like all of that weighs in, but I don't like to tell myself that. Why? Because news brings it. I'm gonna just start being honest with y'all so y'all can understand, like, this is why Moody thinks the way he thinks and he trades the way he thinks. Right, it's because news brings about fear, right? That's how I look at the news. The news was never really good for me, right, growing up or anything, right? The news, or I wouldn't say it was really good for me. I didn't know how to utilize news, right? I just believe in my mind that a lot of things how we were educated is not the way that it's truly is. So with me, what I see with news, it brings about fear, right? If you don't know how to utilize it. Why do I say that? Because when we hear about a recession, what are you supposed to do? Buy, right? I didn't know that back then, but I remember when I was young, people were going crazy buying gas, right? I remember my mom went out and she was buying gas and stuff like that. And guess what? Like 3 months, 2 months later, everything was great again, right? And I was just like, what the heck? But that was just me, right? So that's why I look at news the way that I look at news. I look at it because I'm just a happy person. I'll be like, bro, so much happy things happen today. And I'll be hearing great things. You know how many people graduated today? Why they not talking about that in the news? You know what I'm saying? So me, I like to question things. I even question my own thoughts. I question why I think this way. And that's just what I do, right? But long story short, that's why I weigh in news, but I tell myself, hey, this is all this is tied in with the government and corporations, right? But the government don't really run the corporations, but the government tries to get into the corporations, and the corporations, and when I say corporations, it's like Apple, Microsoft. They'll try to stay away from them, but then they do deals with the government and things of that nature, right? Because regardless of the fact, the government's a big old corporation. But long story short, that's why I view the market the way that I do. And I look at it as like, okay, if they're putting out news and it's bad news, look to buy the market. Why? Because they're trying to put in fear. That doesn't mean buy it as soon as you see the bad news. That means, hey, look for some support, right? Start looking at the market a little bit different. Don't look at it how they're trying to program you to look at it, right? So that's how my thought starts to look at news. Now, the other way I look at news is where, say, one thing that I do know, normally when things drop with Apple and Apple is coming out with dope products and stuff of that nature, their stock tends to fall, right? And then it recovers. but I didn't want to put that out, right? Because I'm still new to the game and I'm trying to see what I see, right? And I know that people take my thoughts as like, hey, but sometimes my thoughts are just my thoughts and what I see and my assumptions in the market, right? It's not guessing, but it's a calculated guess, right? So, and a better word for that is like called calculated risk, just to like help you understand words. So long story short, that's why I look at news the way I look at it. If you go into the chat, you can see how I put out news, right? Apple is falling right now, is pulling back, right? But look at all the great news that's coming out. And just like I said, they're coming out with new products and you see what's happening with their stock, right? But they're going to bounce right back. Imagine, you have to think about how much they spent for ads and marketing and everything that they've done, right? But think about everything that they're going to recoup as soon as the product hits the shelf and people start to go buy, right? So those are the things that you have to think about, and then the things that they don't talk about that they're doing. So anyways, Moody, get back. Was that educational, or did y'all like that type of information? Because I'd be going everywhere in this space and I would like to know. So I'd be like, okay, cool. Maybe do a news class or do this, or maybe just stay off those kind of topics. Just drop a 1 in the chat if so, or drop a 2 if not. And I'll keep pushing. Let me see. I think it was very helpful. Cool. Cool. One. All right, cool. Bet. I'm gonna continue to be myself, but I do like to know like what y'all think, right? Because I'm here to help y'all at the end of the day. So so yeah, I look for things like that. Right now, what I will be looking for on Apple, I said Apple, American Airlines. I like it here, but I'm gonna push it over to the 4-hour before I go to smaller time frame. Right? That's just one thing that's about me that I think I think I speak about higher time frames a lot often, but I don't think that I tell people how long I stay on a higher time frames more so than I do on the smaller time frames, right? It's just because when I'm trading, I'm looking to get into a move, I'm looking at the 1 minute and 5 minute, but I already charted and looked at the bigger time frame, so I know the pattern that I'm playing, right? Or the reversal or whatever the case may be. So like that's why I brought it over to the 4-hour, right? Because the 4-hour is just a larger time frame than the 1-hour, but you have to understand the time frames, right? So what I understand about the 4-hour time frame, real quick, you just go back test it. You can find morning stars and bullish reversals all day on the 4-hour time frame. It's the best time to me. It's the best time frame to find them. Why? Because you see, there's always a reason why. Why? Because you only get 2 candlesticks for a 4-hour time frame. You're going to utilize the rest of these candlesticks, but look at here, my loved ones, right? Right here. Sorry. Well, let me just start with this one right here. 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. Oh, I got extended hours on. That's why I was doing it that way, right? It's just because it's giving me my extended hours. So it goes from 8 to 12 p.m. to 4 p.m., right? You're only getting 2 candlesticks. And Moody showed them that because they on regular time. I just switched mine to regular time so you can see this, right? And this is what I used to trade on, right? And this is how I used to find all my setups. I just trade completely different now, right? And tell me if I'm just going to say morning star. Yeah, I wish I could see me, but I'm gonna do it 3 more times. Morning star. Only look for that. Boom. If you do that, that's all you're gonna see. Boom, boom, boom. Right? Even if I close it, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? So look, boom, right? Another one right here in small inside of it, right? And when you see these morning stars, understand that there's tweezer bottom. 9 times not 9 times out of 10, but a good chance is going to be a tweezer bottom inside of that morning star, right? Morning star pattern, tweezer bottom. Morning star pattern, tweezer bottom, right? Morning star pattern, tweezer bottom. It just didn't complete the structure. So that's just something that I do, right? Because I know how I trade, and this, like, I know the time frames that I use, right? So I know how they work. And that's why I say you gotta manipulate the time frames. You gotta understand what you're trading and what you're doing, and then understand the security and how much it moves. How long do you have that move? What do you mean by that, Moody? So from this drop, right, even though this broad information created, from this drop, boom, what a nice bounce, right? Even though when I used to first trade, I never used to just get in on red candles or buy this one going up. I used to wait for a break of its previous candle and trade it how the morning stars traded, right? Once I started calling myself a professional, and I believe that I am a professional, right? I started to like, yo, there's tweets of bottoms on it. Okay, cool. So the tweets of bottom is literally working live. It's like literally live. I learned that everything that you learn, and I'm just giving you my whole experience all at once. Everything that you learn and everything that you're learning right now, literally, it's live. You have to do it live. Like even if somebody's teaching you back here, you have to be able to see that and predict that live. And even if you don't predict it, you have to be able to do it live and trade it and execute. Oh, it's coming back down, and not be scared. It's red. Oh, it's green. All right, I'm getting in. I don't care. Moody always said it should complete structure. And even if it doesn't, I know to take profits, right? However I feel so. Boom, it's pushing. Let's go. A clean gap, right? You know what? It's going to complete that structure. If anything, I want to take out that wick. Well, let's see. I'm on a 4-hour. This is 1:30, 9:30. That's why I said you only get 2 candlesticks. See, look, 9:30. That's what I was supposed to be showing you in real time. My apologies. Right? 9:30. Look, right here. Red candle, 9:30, 1:30. That's it. After this 1:30 candle finishes, the market's closed. It's 4 hours. 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30. Right? This is 9:30. That's all the move that it gave today. The next day, boom, consolidation. Right? A quick reversal, but really consolidation. How do we know it's consolidation, Moody? Explain that to them. Open up your candlesticks and understand that the meat and potatoes, and even this whole entire range, this range came out. You can see that, right? But the meat and potatoes of these candlesticks right here, I believe I'm moving slow enough, is inside of this candlestick, even when it closed, right? Open, close inside. That's going to be 50% of that candlestick. This one, open 50%, try to go out of his range, couldn't, try to go out of his range, couldn't, went back. They agreed on price. They never do, gap up, right? Morningstar. So it's just about being able to read the candlesticks and knowing what each candle literally does and then what they do together, right? So I just literally broke that down so you could be able to understand, like, that's all I'm doing. And now that I'm on a 4-hour time frame, it's because I'm gonna get it. I'm doing this like this. I'm gonna get off of American Airlines. I just want to explain this and then use other charts, right? Remember that the hour was a little under, so I'm gonna go to like the 15. Why am I going to the 15, Moody? Because I'm gonna check out the chart. 15-minute time frame is actually a good time frame to be trading. What do you don't say that, Moody? Not trading, but day trading, right? Or even watching charts. A 15-minute time frame is a great time frame to be able to utilize. Right? Why? Because even if you're day trading and you're setting up your alerts and you're walking away from your computer, right? And you know you have your limit cells on and things of that nature, it literally takes for the candlestick to finish 15 minutes, right? So you can go do something for literally 30 minutes, 15, oh, Morningstar, potential, I'm gonna just get in this one. Oh, the next one, boom, and then it hit your trigger to supposedly get in, but you're already in, you're in profits. I could be thinking about getting out right here, or I could be like, you know what, I'm gonna just hold it. It's cool. I bought time, you know what I'm saying? And this is America. Think if this was SPY, that's why I said I bought time. American Airlines, you could do it on a weekly contract, you do it on the next week contract, right? Because of the Greeks and how it performs, right? So you could have held that and still got a decent amount of profit because it tried to take out its target. It didn't, but it came to a structure, right? So those are the things that I'm looking for. So right now, as of late, to try to swing this or to even get in this trade here, I'll delete all of this and show you what I'll do. Literally, I would not be scared of this. I know most people see this big old like head and shoulders. I wouldn't be scared of that. Why? Because his neckline is right here. Let me explain these patterns so you can understand. The neckline is going to be a structure. When you know how to chart and you know exactly where the neckline and these things are about it, it starts to show you the full picture, right? Neckline. The neckline is also going to be your support and resistance. It's also, if I ever use the word support and resistance, what is that, my loved ones? Market structure is going to show you a trendy market, highs and lows and all of that within that market structure. We already know, I do, to put your market, to have it like the perfect market structure, to try to break out, it'll be right here on top of your shoulders, right? Look over here, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's basically on top of, and I'm only looking for body closes, right? Basically on top of that, right? So that's the range that you're trying to get out of American Airlines. Why? Because if you break this range, use this, Moody. You have a PMG. All these lows down here are stop losses. All these pivot lows are bulls stop losses, right? To go up, right? They put their stop losses on the bottom to push up and not get stopped out. They never got stopped out. You got a small gap. I didn't even see that, right? So if that structure there breaks, we know that. You can look to your left and look for things as we see a big mother bar here, right? Because it had a run up, just like it's doing, had a nice little run up and push down, right? And found some support. So what happened here? Morningstar, bullish reversal, right? Inside of a bull flag, kept going, right? Because it gave a continuation. So long story short, if that structure breaks, it's going to at least come down to like right here to take out, oh, dang, I should have did it right. To at least to right here. It doesn't say that it's gonna always come all the way down, but at least to right here. And if it doesn't, it's gonna come down to 50% of this candlestick and bounce, and take all those out and leave that, right? And you'll be thinking, oh, whoa, it has to clean the gap. It doesn't always have to clean the gap, right? If it breaks up now, right, from that structure, right? And I'm doing this like this because I'm gonna literally go to other charts, so you can literally understand, like, dang, this is easy to look at something this way, right? So now if we break through here, you're literally gonna take out this PMG all the way up. I know it's red, so it's like throwing you off, but that's literally what's gonna happen, right? And when you know your chart, read this version. When you know your charts, it's like this. Moody showed them. So like always look at the bottom, right? Your chart always gives you a whole story. So right here, from right here, that's 9:30. I know for a fact from all of this move, that was the whole day. When you could be able to look at your chart and see that kind of stuff, you know, like, okay, that's basically the ATR. Now you know that on a 15 freaking minute time frame. Right? This is why I say, I don't care what nobody tells me, I'm the fucking best educator in the world. Because who could break some shit down like that? Thank you, Father. That was so beautiful. Right? Can everybody see that? Right? I'm gonna delete everything so you can see this. Right? This right here. Oh, it's not drawing.
I think it's easy to see because you don't have the extended trading hours, because you can see the gaps between the different days.
No, that's your eyes. You can't tell me why it's easy to see for me. For you right now, you can see that, right? But I know that because I know time frames and I know how long things are. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. I just, even on an hour, I know it's just gonna be 7 candlesticks. If I was to ask you that, how many? No, I already just told you. But do you know that stuff about candles? My bad. I ain't trying to be like aggressive with you, Milena, but I know that was your assumption, so I didn't want that to be out in the air. Like, no, I think you see it like that because you put real time. No, it's because this is what I was gonna draw, and it has nothing to do with the gap, right? When you know that kind of stuff, look at this 9:30. Just in your mind, don't even count these candlesticks, right? But just try to imagine how many that is. Even from right here, there's no gap, but you know that that's the whole day. I could have got it off a little bit. No, I didn't. 9:30. You know that this is your whole day. Oops, hold on. I did wait, because it gave me price action. How do I erase that? See, it was right here, because this is going to be a 9:30 candle. See, it has nothing to do with the gap. Even this one, you know, right there, sorry, I didn't get it right, it's the doji. You know, right there is, once you can see that kind of stuff on your chart, look, you go to the hour, once you can start to see that, and I don't know who's laughing, let me mute you because I can hear you. Once you can see that kind of stuff on your chart, right? Everything starts to get easy, right? You start to understand bull flags. This is a cup and handle. That's just what happened for today. So when you're trying to figure out, hey, what's a pullback? Yes, I could talk about it all day on the RSI, but I'm trying to find other ways to explaining that. Melena, now that I explained it this way, are you able to see that?
I'm able to see it because I could see that where it stopped. Because in the beginning, when you first, like when you say the second to last one, you're drawing it, you kind of like, oh, I missed a couple candles. But then what you were doing is you were waiting until you saw like that large impulse candle. Because sometimes those large impulse candles is probably the start of like a new day or whatever. But I can see it. I can see it. I can see the math. I can see it. I know. Okay.
I would let you assume, and I would tell you that you're freaking correct on that. Yes, them larger candles, yes, every single time. Yes, Melena, that's why, right? It wasn't the gap or anything. And you probably noticed how I was drawing too. You can just tell, right? Like this is market opening. You could tell like right here around there is when it closed. You could just tell. Because that's when you're going to get a change of structure right here. See, look, change of structures. And that was still 3 o'clock. I had it wrong. 4 is right here. See, that was really your change of structure. And I was just trying to do it fast. But yes, Melena, correct. All right. So hopefully that helps people, right? Now that I did that, that's how I'm able also, of course, I'm doing a whole bunch, not a whole bunch of other stuff, everything that I'm explaining. That's how I'm able to know that this is just your move for the day, right? Right there, tweezer bottoms came in a morning star. You could say, oh, well, it gapped up, it came back down, bounced right off the body, right? Support, and took you up. Bull flag, continuation, right here. And it gave you the continuation. I just don't fight that. Okay, it took out a target. Hey, it came to structures, right? If I put it here, watch what I mean by a structure. That top of the wick was a structure. Just how it broke through, that was structure. That was a resistance there, right? And you always have to remember when things do that, you know that, right? So now let's create a watch list. So I like to go to a weekly chart. And everything I just explained, me going to like how I was on an hour and I'm going to a 4 hour, that's what I'm just going to do to look at the chart and be like, oh, what's going on? Oh, okay, cool. I'm going to go to a weekly chart and understand exactly what's happening, right? We're inside. Cool. American Airlines don't move like that. We're in the beginning of the month, so I'll definitely go check it, right? What is American Airlines telling? Is that the door? No. What is American Airlines telling me? We are inside. Look, Moody, make that shit easy for you. Why am I squinting my eyes? No, yep, we're still inside, right? I just don't want my strat turned on. So you don't always think that it's the strat, right? We're inside. So let me turn that off. So now that I know that we're inside, right? Yes, can be a potential evening star. If it's a potential evening star, that means that it's next week that it's going to happen, right? Like you see, oh, it created a potential. It could be a potential evening star like this one. Oh, it could be a potential evening star. Yes, but it's going to be next week, right? You have to be able to understand that. Why? Because of the time frame that you're looking at. Oh, and I'm sorry, and I should have never said next week because I'm now on a monthly chart. You see how I threw my own self off, right? So that'd be next month for a potential evening star, right? So right now, how I look at this is I just be looking to the left. Like I'm showing you how I chart and how I look at things. That's why I keep this on here, right? I'm like, that's a nice bounce level. That's a nice bounce level. We bounced pretty good off of that level. All right, we need to get over this level. I already see it, right? So I'm automatically gonna like just bow. You know what I'm saying? What explain that, Moody. I use this wick right here. Why? I don't know. But after I use that wick, boom, I'm looking at that drops there. That comes down to my evening star. That's things that I do, right? I'm just learning to ask myself some questions, and just blurt out whatever I think so you guys can learn to just trust yourselves. I thought tweezer bottoms were 2 candles the same size, almost identical. Yeah, they are right here, tweezer bottoms. There are 2 candles. Did I say something incorrect? Because I could have. What did you hear? Just in case I said something that's still a tweezer bottom, but you just didn't see it like that. Why did you go so far to the left for the mother bar? What mother bar? I ain't going to no mother bar. I went to this wick. I see this mother bar right here. Are you talking about this one? And nah, I didn't go I didn't, there's no reason how far I go. And how far I go is just price action. That's obviously there's a reason, Moody. That'll always be it. So Donna, what's a good way to explain it? It really just depends on where the price action is, right? So when well, this is not going to be in that video that I create. So also when I talk about price action, everything that I explain, right, within one candlestick, but understand that this is my price action too, this dotted line. So it's like, that's another reason why I kind of like chose that way, right? It's kind of close to my price action and I want to be over that. I see some support, right? I want to be over that. We want to talk about the mother bar. We're probably at 50% retracement of this mother bar as we speak. See, literally. Because it's just price action. Price action don't lie. It's always going to do that, right, Donna? So if you understand that, man, look, I'm in my own head like, damn, Moody, create a watch list. Do y'all like this right now? Because I know I'm kind of like, is it helping y'all, or do y'all want me to hurry up and get to the watch list? I was about to give Donna some like stuff. I'm gonna wait to see what y'all say in the chat. Donna said yes. Yeah, I'm talking to you. She was like, yeah.
If
Right,
people
cool.
can understand the price action, the watch list is going to be useless. So I think this is definitely helpful, in my opinion.
Yeah. You said what, Melena?
I said, if people don't understand the price action and some of the other gems, like of the candlesticks, the watch list is going to be useless because you won't know how to react when certain candles appear.
Nah, you're 100% right. But with me, nah, you never see me do a watch list. Nah, because if I give you a watch list, even if you don't know how to trade, I literally tell you, this is your entry points, this is your stop loss, these are your targets, and I tell you calls and put size. So, but no, you're right. You're right, because it's gonna play in between that price action. And if you start to get nervous, you're not gonna know, should I take the call or should I take the put?
Do you set your call and put side based on like what do you set your call and put price targets based off of, Moody?
Hold on. Just hold that thought. Don't forget that thought. Yes, it's helping. Love it. All right. So Corey said it's a lot to take in. Cool. Corey, are you new to trading? You didn't really say anything wrong to the way just threw me on. Okay, cool. Corey, are you new to trading? Man, I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to get you out my heart here. You better. I'm not trying to rush you to reply to me, Corey. You can't see me right now. I'm laughing. New to your style of trading. All right, gotcha. What's my style of trading? Price action. Reason I'm asking you that is just so I can be able to be like, all right, cool. How do you trade? How do you like to trade? Or what's your go-to? Like, hey, I like to do this, or I do this. I ain't about to have you out here lost, my guy. Why didn't you take the green candle after the mother bar instead of to the left? You talking about this one, Ray? This big green candle?
No, the one, you see where your current price action is. And when I go left and I see that one red long candle, right? You just passed it, right? One more, I mean, two more to the right. One more, the long one, the long candle. Right there to the right. You were right next to it. I'm sorry, right there. Why didn't you use the wick off of that green bar right there? The green one. Why didn't you use that one?
What green one, Ray?
Right there to the right of the red. Right?
This one?
Yeah, why didn't you use a wick off of that one rather than go all the way left to the other one?
My bad. I was waiting for Corey to say something. All right, Corey. Sorry, I tried to wait for you, brother. Why that one? Because I don't know. I just didn't want to, bro.
Okay.
I don't know. My eyes didn't see that. Like what my eyes saw was this, and then I ended up seeing this candle bouncing off of this one. Now you're showing me this, and I'm seeing a rejection off of that one and a break to retest, and now it's testing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just the way that I trade.
Okay.
And I understand the question. Trust me. Sometimes I question myself, but like certain things, like when I start to chart or do stuff, I don't start to question like why I just start to flow. I just be like, that's my spirit. I'm not about to like, because if you start to question too much of what you're doing, you get nowhere. It's like procrastination. Like, man, I want to do it like this, like thinking too much of what you want to do instead of just executing on
The
it.
reason I asked that because if I was on my own, I would have, listening to your logic, I would have chosen that wick instead of the other one. I would have
But
chosen that
it
wick.
doesn't matter. Even if you would have chose this week, bro, it still would have been good.
Right. Okay.
That's what you're trying to look for.
Right.
Huh?
I would have. Yeah. Exactly. I just want to figure out if that's would that have worked also.
Yeah. Just always be blunt, bro. It's okay. Like, look, and I'll explain it that way. Just be blunt, bro. And sometimes I know it's just like we gotta pull it out of each other because it's like, dang, I'm trying to be blunt. I didn't know, but you just pulled it out. So right here, it's going, and I'm gonna make it a different color. Let's make it orange so you could identify with it, right? So I just erased my blue line, right? I still like that one, right? Now that I did it, see, my mind starts to speak to me. Whereas like I didn't like it because it's just I kind of do like, I don't. Why? Because I understand the way that I see this line is literally, it's not showing me support and resistance. It's just showing me the bounce levels. Just like this one is showing me the bounce levels, but I'm going to like this bounce level more than this bounce level. I'll explain it in a second. Why? Because from this recent price action, even though it's a month and it's longer, this is more price action, right? That I can go off of, and I know for a fact we bounce bullish off of that, right? Right here is not showing me that. Right here is showing me that she's a failure. You know what I'm saying? My eyes would start automatically seeing a downtrend, right? Instead of wanting to break it. You know what I'm saying? Like how it broke here.
Right. More price action was involved.
Huh?
So yeah, I could see where the more price action was taken into effect.
Yeah, so it was more so I have sellers and buyers within that blue line to help me identify what I want to do, right? Right here, I have it also, but this is the only candle I like because it broke and closed above and it was a strong candle. This candle is like, cool, you're bouncing off of it. All right, you really did nothing. You stood inside of that range. You know what I'm saying? Then it broke straight down. This one now is just testing and it's doing the same thing there. It's going to make me look at this price action right here as like, nah, let's definitely take her down. That's what it's speaking to me as. This one doesn't speak to me like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
More sample size there, I see.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I can automatically, Corey, I see that you reply. I'm gonna go right in there, brother. I can see more so of a like rejection, breakthrough, bounce now. Rejection means is rejecting. It can't hold its resistance, right? Once we have broken that resistance, we closed over it, right? It's no longer a resistance, it's now support, right? But now we have to look at what type of support is it? Is it a bounce type of support, right? Bounce meaning that price action can fall and stay red down here and scare everybody and then finally wick back up within that month. You know what I'm saying? And if it was a 4-hour or 5-hour time frame, same difference. Everything I'm explaining right here is the 1 hour, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 hour. It's every single time frame. If you just take away that M and you trade this way, if that makes sense. Right?
Totally get it.
All right, bet. Am I getting better at educating, bro? I'm trying to get better here, man.
Yeah.
All right, bet. Cool. All right, Corey says it's easy once the chart is already printed for the day and now looking back. Yeah, always. All right, what do you Moody, don't take that the wrong way. Yeah, always, absolutely. But I can tell you what's gonna happen tomorrow. So long story short, oh dang, what was I trying to explain? Right. So it's the monthly chart. And Corey, if you pay attention, I'm literally about to tell you the future. I'm literally about to tell you what's about to happen with American Airlines, and then I'm gonna go to anything else. Right. So It's a monthly chart. Corey, look at my whole entire, not just chart, but my screen. Today is only the 5th of June, right? So that's why I'm on a monthly chart, right? So we're just coming into the 2nd week of June, right? And we haven't triggered up, but we're staying over 50% of the previous month, right? So now you can start trailing this down to a smaller time frame. And you want to do this how you chart, right? On anything, because this will start to show you so much of what's truly going on, right? So that's the previous month. That's of May, right? The beginning. We can see it down here, how it says May the 1st, right? Coming into June, right? So now that we do that through half, not half, but that whole month, and this small price action that we have here, right, is a 50% retracement, right, that I have drawn from that one mother bar, right? And we're seeing, right, the price action, which is a shoulder. Moody, draw it out. Shoulder. Oh, I gotta delete that. Shoulder, head, shoulder, right? So since we're seeing that, that's already bullish, right? And on top of that shoulder, we have a nice pin bar, right? Creating, I'm not even gonna look at it, but it is a tweezer bottom, but I'm gonna look at the whole pattern and it's a bull flag, right? And that's just on a weekly. That's what all this price action conjunction together is giving me. And as I start to break it down, those are the final patterns that it has printed out, right? And inside of this inverted head and shoulders, we have a nice cup and handle. So what do we do from here, Moody? Bring it down to a daily time frame. I love these, right? But I'm gonna go quickly because I feel like Corey thought that I wasn't gonna do a fire watch list, right? Because I'm talking about previous things, but you have to know what happened in the past to really know what's gonna happen in the future, right? And if you do it on smaller time frames, like, hey, I'm on a 1 hour or a 30-minute and I go into a 1 minute, 5 minute time frame, you'll never really start to understand truly how to trade, right? And that's because you're not looking at the overall picture. And when I say overall picture, what I mean is the war, right? There's people that would rather look at the war and the end goal than to look at the battles that they send the soldiers to go ahead and fight, right? So right here, right, we can see this red line, and it's like kind of purplish a little bit because we have a blue dotted line where the price is at right now. We know for a fact anything over this, the price goes up. Anything under it, the price goes down, right? We can go to the past and we can see here, Moody, open it up. We can see here how it did what it wanted to do, and then it broke straight up, right? I don't feel like reading the whole entire price action, but the overall pattern is inverted head and shoulders, right? And I'll just draw it out so you can be able to see it, right? And that's going to be your cup, and that's going to be your handle, bull flag, right? And then overall, it just kept creating those, right? And just pushing you up until it gave you the head and shoulders and broke back down. So long story short, those are the kind of things that you want to start to identify right now. So what is happening? We're on a daily chart and we have a nice hammer candle, right? Evening star, and it didn't perform, right? But we know we got some nice little lows right here that the market can take out. It can open up low like this. And if it does, it'll probably be somewhere down here and start to push up because it just took out some stop losses. And it 9 times out of 10, it also filled some orders that were down there as well, once you start to understand that option chain, right? So I'm just going to bring it down to the 4 hour, right? I spoke about all of this already, right? And now we're still in the doji, but Moody, just take it back so you can really explain this, right? We're still in doji. We got the nice hammer, right? The monthly, I'm not going to go all the way back. It's in a doji, right? It's indecision. Once we understand what the doji is, it's indecision at a market structure break, right? So now we're going to take it to the 4, and we see the nice little doji, potential morning star, right? Potential morning star, we are still over the 50 mark, right? So anything that fluctuates here, what does it do to your price? Before I answer that question, I want to make sure that that is that people are able to digest what I've been teaching. What happens if the price stays above the the uptrend territory, which is the 50 mark to the 75? If it just goes up and down all day, what happens to your candlesticks? Oh, my computer stopped sharing. My bad. New share. All right. Somebody said Doji. It is a live Doji right now. I can see how I'm not sure how you're trying to explain that, but to look at it like the right way, it can be a doji just on a larger time frame, right? Like that month or something, or like that daily, and it's just playing there, right, inside of a range. But necessarily is what everybody else is saying, the price will go up, right? In any time frame, if this is going up and down from the 50 mark to the 75, just like right here, and I'll show it to you, right? Right here, we broke over, right? Right here with this green candle, we broke over the 50 mark right here. As long as the price goes up and down here in this territory, your price will always go up. You see that? It's not only because the RSI just pushed all the way up. That's just pushing the price up. You see how it's falling down? It's never going to reach back to where it broke out of, right? That 50 mark. Look, boom. It's back at the 50 mark and it's not there. Let me draw a line so you can be able to see that. That's the blue line, right? That's where we broke out at. It is not there. Why? Because the price got pushed up. It doesn't matter how far we come down. For it to go back down, it would need to go back into the downtrend territory. It would need to break this. And I'll show it to you here, right? Price kept going up and down. What happened? We broke other highs and kept going, right? When price eventually, even when it came back down, you see it never came back down here again, right? When it finally came back to the 50 mark, once it started to dump, right, and even get close to where it broke out of, is when it broke its 50 mark, right? That's when it will travel back down to wherever it broke out of. You have to understand the indicators that you're using to its totality, not just, oh, if it's under, if it's over, right? So that's why once we broke over, right, if we stay right there, you see how price is right there breaking over? If we stay over, what happens? Your price, even though, look, it didn't go all the way up like it did last time, it just stayed right there, grind it up. What happened? Your price went higher, right? Look at where your price is right now. It's still higher than the breakout, and it's closer to 50 mark, and it can still go up higher, right? So Corey, the reason I'm breaking it down this way is so people can understand how to start seeing this live, right? And watch when I give out when I start to do the watch list for real, you'll start to see like, okay, cool. At least he gave us exactly the entry points, right? So now what I do from there, and this is how I create a watch list. Do I do this all the way through? No, I am breaking and slowing my mind and the way I look at charts down to be able to communicate this. I see the 4 hour, the 1 hour in the 4 hour time frame. I can see the 3 minute in the 1 hour time frame. That's just me and how I'm able to see the charts, right? So now that I've brought you over down to the 1 hour, and it was on the 4 hour, right? And the 4 hour is still pushing up. I'm seeing that we're playing the 50% median, right? So I know if we bounce, we're going to rip this price up, and it's going to take out all these highs right here, right? And I should go to a higher time frame. I don't even have to, because there it is. The price will go right here before it starts to rebalance, because you have that little small gap right there. So it'll start to do, and then use this line right here, which is this price 1511, right, as a support, right? So, and that's if we stay bullish. And I will start to look at the time frames and look at the chart to understand, hey, are we going to stay bullish, right? 15-minute time frame, I'm just taking it smaller, not too big, not too small, and I should really take it to a 30 so your eyes don't get thrown off, right? So we see that the RSI is playing under it now, right? It's just like if I draw a line here, we know that that's a structure. That's why I call this the breakout zone. Support, resistance, slash AKA breakout. But once it breaks and it holds, now that becomes support and this is your resistance. And that's how it plays, right? All right, cool. Corey, I wish you would have told me like things that you do utilize trading so I could be able to put it in this class for you and it could really help you with your trading. You still got time, my brother. So long story short, I do see the head and shoulders. I want anything above this 50% retracement, right? And that's also gonna be another bar, like possibly like the 45 minute, because we gotta put those bars together, right? 50% retracement right there. It's damn near it, right? It's literally a little under where the price is at right now. So quickly, 5-minute time frame. Well, I should take you to the 15 so you can be able to understand the RSI. Let me slow my stuff down. So what are we doing? We came all the way from the top, right? And we played at support, came back, and we finally broke, came down to the downtrend, right? So that's the bottom of a downtrend, right? Bottom of a downtrend, right? Bottom of a downtrend, right? What happens? It always goes back up after the bottom of that downtrend, right? Or a pullback. What are we seeing? That's the 15-minute time frame. As soon as we go to the to the 5, what is it telling us? No longer is it in the bears territory. It's actually finding support in the bulls territory. That's what we see, right? I can go all the way down to the 3-minute time frame and we're going to see that, right? Trying to find some type of support, trying to break back up, right? And we can see that within those candlesticks, right? So we know that entry point will be great right here, right? And if you're scary, it's just stuff that I done figured out because I was scary at one point. Take your entry right there at 1484, right? Which is only 1 cent away. Why? Because this is American Airlines and it doesn't move. I can go right here and it's not going to be that far, 1489. See what I mean? If I did that on spot, that would have been like a $2-3 move. So you got to understand that with your securities. Now I'm getting off of American Airlines. Was that informational and educational for everybody? And just drop a 1 in the chat or a 2 in the chat. And now I'm just gonna go find things, right? I'm on a daily chart. I like this. Why? Because it's the inside. What I mean is this candle is inside of this range, right? So automatically, and it's Macy's, and look, it's already charted, but it's charted to me in my eyes, right? And Corey, just so you can see that I always do the same thing, this is exactly how I chart right here, my brother, right? I'm always charting this way. So, and I'm going to do it live now. So if you was to go in the past, basically I was giving a put entry right here, because it's always going to be below 1729, and I was giving a call entry right here, right? And you can see that it was on this day that I gave the put, that I was finding for a put, but I know me, I just always drag it. This was the day that I had put it out, right? And this was back in March of 2023, right? So when I did that, or I was helping somebody, right? You take calls here, this thing then gapped up. You know what I'm saying? It already gave the move. Or the next day, right? But you can even look at this and see like, okay, it came back to his price. Even if you would have took it, it still went back and took out that target. Why? Because any targets that I give, even if you leave it on your charted up, it turns into support and resistance, right? And it's just the way that I chart, and I have perfected the way that I've charted, right? And you'll see it come back and it gave some profits, came to the put entry, right? Boom, held below it and just gave you all that, right? So what I'm going to do here is delete this. And let me look at Macy on a 4-hour before I even want to chart her. Yeah, I like Macy's. I like how she already busted open. And this is why I went over everything that I went over. Why? Because now that I go, hey, I like the way it broke over, you should be able to understand me. And please drop a 1 in the chat if you understand now that I went somewhere else and I'm going to start charting what I mean when I'm saying, hey, damn, my dog just farted. Wait, damn, what? Jeez, I take you out. Dude. Wow, man. All right. Damn. Right. Let me go to chat. Just want to make sure. Okay, Keon. Okay, y'all overstanding it now. All right, cool. So that's one thing quickly. Why I chart quickly, right? I got this dotted line right here. So even before I even start charting, I already see my market structure. I know anything above this goes up, anything below this goes down, right? But I understand that this is where the price is at right now, right? So I want to find a better structure. But this is just so perfect. Why is it so perfect? Because Moody likes bodies of candlesticks. Do you not see that? Straight bodies. Yeah, it's going through some of them, but perfectly on bodies, right? Go in the chat, 1-1. All right, bet. Right. So yeah, I'm gonna just travel one more time frame because I know it moves slow, right? And I'm gonna like, yeah, you know what? Definitely we're charting Macy's. And anybody should be like, nah, Moody, I already see why you want to chart it. PMG is the way I trade, right? If I would have seen it, this was an automatic swing. This thing probably gonna open up there, right? You mind touching on entries for swinging? Yeah, I'm about to slick do that right now. Far as overall picture, what to look for, and then the same for the entry, why to get in, and what's causing you to enter at that point. Yeah, maybe, bro. That's a lot of brain work. I'm trying. The way you're seeing me flow and like doing this and doing that is just the way but yeah, I will. And overstaying that. Please say that. 9 times out of 10, I'll still do it. It's just like, I'll be like, dang, that's a lot. That's a lot you want me to do. But yeah, I got you. So I already like the structure of this, right? Even if we look at the structure of this, what happened last time there? And look, you can look at the times too and be like, oh shit, that was like 9:30, 10 o'clock. What? So I'm just like, damn, that would have been a nice freaking swing. The chart speaking to you, literally. Like you can see the time, it's down there. Like, okay, that was a dope swing. You see this? Look, that was market close. Look at 9:30. That would have been a dope.
You know what, too? It's almost looking like it's a bull flag, too.
Where? This
On the right-hand side?
Yeah, this is a bull flag. Like if you look at the whole, like if you're just looking at the whole thing, it's basically a bull flag. Yeah. Is that what you're talking about, Moody? This?
Yeah, I'm talking about that or bull pennant or whatever, but it looks like it wants to break up.
Yeah. And when you see that, just remember, yo, isn't a cup and handle, inverted head and shoulders. Like when you start to like look at that like that, why? Because remember, we're on a 30-minute time frame. You could do the same thing with the 15. This is probably 2 days right here. This is probably 2 days that I circled. Let me see, from 9:30. Well, from the 19th. No, that was 3 days. That was 3 days, right? So it was like from there to there to there to there, right? So I just be trying to look for like market structure. Market structure is the best thing to like, it's all price action. Even though I'm saying market structure, that's part of price action, right? I'll be just looking for that, and it because I already know how to enter the trade. And for anybody that like want to know how to enter a trade, it's just I promise you, watch my class. Like, because I've been thinking of like, yo, I'm going to create like how I enter trades, but I'm not gonna lie, my mind gets frustrated when I start to think about that, because I'll be like, bro, I do that every day, all day on a class. I literally say this is why I would enter, and I'm literally breaking my trading strategy down. My classes that I'm doing is my trading strategy. Literally from actionable signals all the way down to bullish reversals. Now I'm getting to the pattern. Those are all my tools. I just, yo, which one is it showing me? Ooh, I'm about to use this one right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just quick on my feet. But and it's because it's like, that's gonna take me forever. Like, oh, this is how I trade the tweezers bottom. This is the entry, this is stop loss, these are targets. You know what I'm saying? That's for my mind, to me thinking that's stressful, because it's like I gotta go through every single pattern in the world. And I'm literally doing a class of 2 hours to do that. Or an hour. So look, literally to enter to enter this trade, if the market was open, right? It's not open right now. I would have entered in at that wick, right? Because this is a bullish reversal, squeeze the bottom, right? And that's just me teaching that, because that's how you're supposed to teach the bullish reversal. 9 times out of 10, as soon as I would have seen this bullish reversal in here, let me just draw something like right here. Once I would have seen this happening on a smaller time frame, I would have got in my trade. I would have never waited for that trigger. Why? Because I understand that the trigger is 3 things that can happen with your trigger. It triggers and runs, or it triggers, consolidates, right? And then it waits to run, or it triggers and then it falls. And that's when you hear people say, man, I don't like the strat and da da da, but they didn't understand how to do multiple time frame analysis with the strat, right? So long story short, there goes the tweezer bottom right there. That's why I drew it literally on a 30-minute time frame, so you can see how I still see the 5-minute, right? If I would have never took that one, I would have took this one. Right at the bottom of it. Literally on, like, I would have been on a 1 minute, but that's what it would have been looking like. Look, I don't cap. Tweezer bottom, tweezer bottom. I just don't have time for that, right? You just have to ask me questions and I'll keep trying to break my strategy all the way down. I don't know nobody in the world that's doing this. People would just give you their signals. If you are looking at the market structure, it looks like it may be going down. On these smaller time frames, yes, but on the higher time frames, no.
Yeah, I think when you were on, like, probably when you were on the hour a few minutes ago, maybe. Sorry.
No, you're
I
good.
didn't-
Like right here. This is definitely going up. Probably when I was like on a 15 or 30, like right here.
Yeah,
Oh, you
it's
was on the
going up
30,
on
you
this
was on the
time frame
30.
because look at the RSI. The RSIs are like curving up.
You were on the 30.
I was on a 30. Hold on, Melina. Like right here. Oh yeah, when I was talking about like entering right here. You said that this structure looks like it's going down.
No, it's not. Look at the RSI.
Yeah, the RSI is going up.
It's bouncing. And then look at the pole. Like it's
No,
not a
yeah, I
straight
got
pole,
you,
but look
Melina.
at the
Hold on,
pole.
Melina. No, facts. What makes you feel like that it's going down?
To me, it looked like it was making lower highs. I
Got
mean,
you.
lower lows.
Got you. I see how you're looking at the chart. So you're looking at patterns. You're looking at your chart like this. And correct me if I'm wrong. You're seeing this, right? I just drew it like this because it was easier for me, but you're seeing like, oh, I had a low, it broke it, and you're seeing
Yeah.
the lower. All right, so when you start to do this, understand even how I drew this, look down here. That's why I said always look at somebody's chart. Look down here and look how long it's taking that pattern to play out. This from Friday all the way to Monday right here, right? So
Okay.
this is a pattern. Patterns, I don't look at them as if, yo, they're about to, look at them as if they're going to break out, right? So that's why you see Jordan do like, he's fire at that. How he do stuff like this and he'd be like, if it goes up, it's probably gonna like do something like that. He'll start to do other things like that. Or if it breaks out of here, it's gonna go down, right? But understand to always look for a target, right? Because remember, just like this wick, it opened up here and it said, boom, damn near took out the target, but it took out the structure, right? And you just knowing that, look, I'm gonna draw a line right here. It's not about that, oh, it happened already. No, it's not that. That's structure, right? You just knowing that, and then you start to see we starting to fall down and you're leaving your structure. You see these supports and resistance, and it's leaving that structure, like you're losing your moment. You can't see me, but you're losing your momentum, right? Get out the trade and take your profits. Look to your left. It happened. It happened before. I promise you. It's good. I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna actually just let it just freshen up, and I'm gonna stay on the 30-minute. Delete. Oh, Moody, click this. There you go. And I'm gonna show you just these 2 lines and how it performs. All right, let's let it load up. Hopefully I got there. All right, almost there. Let's see what it came to that. Almost there, so let's grab them from here. Come on, Father, let's get him. Come on, we got bears. If the candlestick starts going all the way up here, I'm gonna just chill. All right, there we go. Come on. So and I'm glad I'm doing this. Why? Because it's not about, hey, how far did you go? Bro, I'm going as far as this price tells me. What do I mean by that? Let me close my watch list real quick. None of these candlestick has came down to this blue line yet, but is literally here at where my price is at. Right? That's post price. This is what price is currently at. The green one, that's what price is currently at. Right? So I'm sorry, that's where we closed at. That's where we're currently at. So long story short, we see a bounce, we see a nice resistance here. I'm gonna just go ahead so you can learn how I chart. This is what I was gonna show you on spot, but we're gonna do the watch list and I'm gonna keep going crazy. But I want to break things down for y'all so y'all can understand why I'm looking at what I'm looking at. So long story short, watch when I go back to the previous, to the live, how it's playing there. Let's just take it back a little bit further. That's a hard support. That's a hard support. You see how high my candlesticks are? I can't even find them. They're all the way up there. That's a hard support. I'm not even going to keep going. That's a hard support. That's a hard support. Understand that. Look at the candlesticks. They're going up and down, up and down. As soon as it comes, that's a hard support. They never came back and visit that. You see that, and with me saying that, understand that this is a hard support. I went all the way back and I still haven't even reached my candlesticks there. Look, we break that hard support. Guess what? It's now support time. They just broke back over it. And just to show it to you, I'm going to go a little bigger and just go 12-hour Moody, because it's going to take me back there. This is why I go to bigger time frames. You see? It's going to take me there quickly. Bow. Hard support. You see that? As soon as we broke, boom, test, squeeze the bottom, boom. Let's test to make sure we're staying up there. Higher highs, higher lows, higher lows. That's it. Price never came back around this area till, this was February 2021, right? COVID, boom. Now we're back over here. And an important thing to note, when you find things like this, is, yo, where did we break out of? Look, you see this? Look, now that I got more price action, look, that is a hard support. All three of these, hard supports. You know what I'm saying? Where's price gonna go? Moody, show off. Show the future. I'm looking at this candlestick. Bada bing, bada boom. Because why I'm looking at that candlestick, because I'm now taking structure. I'm taking structure within this 12-hour. I'm taking these candlesticks right here. That's the structure. And I'm going to tell you why it's the structure. Why? Because that's resistance. You see how we create support? Look at your breakout. Look at your morning star. I did not see all of that once I did it. I just know that that's the structure, and then it talks to me. That's just how life works, right? So boom, understand. I'm not even on my extended hours, right? So now look at where your price is at, and we could forget about these things. I just explained that. So we ain't, you know what I'm saying? If we come back there, we're bouncing off of that, right? So long story short, look, these are the prices that this is the hard support, right? Because I deleted the other two, the hard support. Look how it's still playing with it, broke, testing it. That's where price goes. Why in the heck? Remember where I drew the price from. Why is it on my closing price? Why is it literally on my wick? Why is it at a market structure break? Why is it where it failed and kept going down? Because Moody really does this shit. Now you speaking my language. I feel you, Corey. You got. I'm trying to tell you my look so you can see me, bro. So you can understand. When I was just coming at you, I wasn't coming at you, bro. That's just me. Like, people just don't know me. I love a challenge. You challenge me, bro. Like, bro, anybody could talk about the past. You fucking right. Anybody and everybody can. And that's why I don't like talking about the past, right? And I always like to be live and teaching somebody something live. But now I'm talking in language. So, bro, drop something else in there and be like, look, Moody, this is what I like to do. And watch me get in your bag, because I probably trade like you trade too. I just stick to my lane. let me see what the chat said real quick. But yeah, I'm gonna finish breaking all that down, and I'm gonna give you a watch list though, because I know I'm breaking stuff down. But when I give you a watch list, I'm gonna just go quiet, and I'm gonna try not to break it down. I'm gonna do it, and then talk about it, then create another one if I got time. All right, is a triangle waiting to break? Absolutely. It going up. It can go up or down, but most likely is going up. That's a fact, Melina. Yep. It's a triangle waiting to break. That's just a pattern. That's all that is. Let me stop showing my face so this could perform a little faster. All right, cool. I told you I was gonna give y'all one more dope class before I was done for the week. You know, I still jump in the chat, answer questions, but most likely they ain't gonna be calling out no trades. I'll probably support my brother on a live trade though one more time or something. Dang, why you just deleted all that, Moody? Because you was about to start charting. Go back. All right, so look, bada bing, bada boom. You see how perfect everything is? Literally. And real quick, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna just take you to spot. I'm gonna come back to Macy's and the small account builders. It's just so you can see all my lines. Because y'all following me now, and I can feel the energy. You see all these lines where price is not at? That's exactly what I freaking did. That's exactly what I freaking did. I promise you. Look, I came all the way over here. I was just on a smaller time frame. And I did it on my phone too, so it was super quicker. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what I did. That's how I know, okay, we're definitely going to 350. I don't know when we're about to do it, but the price action is definitely going to show me we're right here, right? And that's exactly what I did with these lines. That's how I knew the bottoms of SPY and like how to bounce off of them. That's exactly what I did. Look. Let me take you all the way so you can see, so you don't think I'm capping. Look, you see? I just use horizontal lines so they will continue on. You know what I'm saying? But look, this is all-time highs, 480. This is where we hit. And I'm showing you that so you can picture like, damn, Moody is not lying. Holy shit, this is how you trade? Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. Look, bodies. This gave me a wick, but you know I'm looking for bodies. Body, okay, bounce. All the yellow, support. All the purple, bounce, and we also have to break it. Look. You see my dot, you see my alerts? It's literally at a structure. Literally. Look, come up here. Just look at my lines. That's why I told you, screenshot it and just put them on your chart. Look at my lines. I was on a smaller time frame, so it's not gonna be that perfect, but you can see how, nah, I see him, Moody. I literally see, it's just you could tell I was on like an hour, 30-minute time frame to the 12, you see it. Like, nah, that thing's too perfect. That's all I did. All right, cool. So we was on Macy's. Let's try Macy's. Let me go to the chat. Please post this. Just got home from work. Join. No worries, bro. I got you, Brody. Dang, my phone right here, so I'm gonna check this. Oh shit, I'm about to die. Charger. All right, so yeah, I just explained all that. So I'm gonna just delete that. Let me just chart this thing for y'all. And just pay attention. And I'm gonna go to another one after this. Select like this morning star, delete. That wasn't good. Let me change that here in a second. My whites are, explain that later, Moody. And once I color coordinated, I just started looking over here. And I just be like, entry, is that good? 1507 or 440, 1546. Actually, yeah, that's straight. If you size your position correctly, Macy's briefs are amazing. All right. Cozy. Macy could run damn near $1. I'll stop it right here though. Everybody should know why I'm gonna stop it right there, and I'm just gonna put a horizontal line there. Come on, let me be great. There we go. All right, it's blue, so that's perfect. All right. Anything above this after these targets, I'll definitely keep swinging, but I want to stay above that. Why? There's an imbalancement here, right? And that's your market structure. Righty then. Boom, give me this so I can find this target right now to see if I even want it, or I can take that as the entry and just move that. All right, put that red, we might move that. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. That's the whole move. Wow. All right, that's that. I need this to go away. Wow, we're gone. Just like that. All right, we was on this, Moody, you can't remember. We got a tweeze at bottom, so I like that, cool. So honestly, I will not use this as my entry anymore. I'll definitely throw that away. Bada bing, bada boom. This will be a put entry. That'll be white, and that's how things change. That's just how life works. Things just change as you continue to move on and you progress in life. Alrighty, boom, bada bing. Dang, Moody, now you're showing them for real, like why this is like that easy. Red, bada bing, bada boom. Take that, delete. All right, cool. It's not that bad. Cool. So I don't want that 50% retracement. I'll just take this structure. Bam. You know what I'm saying? And see, I normally do things like that, and you'll never notice because it's just I'll finally turn this off, and then I'll move this and just be like this. And yeah, and that's why I always say look at my dotted line, because when I was holding this, that's what made me drop the price right there, because my dotted line's on it. Yeah, I definitely will do a trading views class. Let me go on the chart. When you, oh man, Melina, I'll go back. That was just a lot. I'm just trying to chart. You're gonna keep me on this chart. Take this out.
Oh, no worries. I was just explaining what you were doing half the time. Or what I was doing. You're not
Oh,
gonna do it.
okay, that's fire. Appreciate you. That's dope as fuck. That's super dope. All right, so yeah, this is all I would do with Macy's right now. Reason why is because Macy's, as you see, Moody just showed them. Go to the daily. I would like you guys just to look up here at the price not the price action of the actual candlesticks, but the price action right here from the open, lows, and highs. We're just gonna look at the full close of each candlestick, right? This was a powerful candlestick and it gave us $12 move, right? Macy normally doesn't do that. Earnings was beautiful, right? So it normally does stuff like this, like 42 cents, right? Even right here, it only gave us a 16-cent move. Right here, you got a 50 cent move. Right here, 20 cent, 30 cent. It was a nice move because it was breaking the structure. Remember, dotted line, breaking the structure. Holy shit, you get a nice move from there, right? So you got $1.14 from there, right? For being patient and it broke your structure, right? Right here, 41 cents. So as you start to see things like that, you start to see, okay, at the resistance, you know, when we was at a resistance, it gave about $1 move, right? When we was at a support, it gave about almost $1 move, but 85 cents, right? So you see how Macy moves on a daily, right? That's your ATR, right? So once you know that and you see that, that's why I only charted that much, because Macy's doesn't move that much, right? Now, if we jump and break out of structure, the last one I would want to take out would be that one, right? Moody, explain that, because like this candlestick shows me a bear flag, right? So I would need to stay above that price because there's a bear flag there, buddy. Man, this shit is too fun. So yeah, you know, and that's pretty good. That's a 50-cent move from market structure. Or sorry, don't 49-cent move. But so yeah, and what I normally tell people is or I got a pen somewhere here. I could try to write this down and put it out. Macy's. And what I mean is just, I'm just gonna go to my phone and take a screenshot because it's gonna be charted on my phone, right? And then what I normally do for you guys is like after I chart, I just go to a nice time frame that I like, right? If I feel bullish, I'm gonna show you a bullish time frame. That easy. Why would I show you a bearish time frame and I'm telling you what to do and go bullish, right? And 9 times out of 10, even though I charted both ways, right? I am allowing you to choose which way you would like to go. And I'm going to also tell you, I'm going to like to go bullish more, right? It's a nice bull flag on it, bull pendant, right? Like Melena was talking about and things of that nature, right? And oh, one thing I want to do, I apologize. Let me go to 5-minute time frame. I didn't move my call entry. Sorry. I normally like to move my stuff after like I go to certain time frames. And I like to see like, yo, is that the perfect entry? Yeah, that shit is straight. And then if I can't really see the chart like that, like, you know, I just look at my dotted line. If that doesn't help me, I just draw a freaking blue line across that shit and just be like, all right, cool. We had a break there. We had a nice bounce. Yeah, I like my entry point. I like my entry point. It's beautiful. You don't see it. Anything up there goes up, anything below it go down. That's why I be winning shit. Right. I just take my time and I do stuff, right? And I'll let it breathe. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I moved my entry from the puts. It was just too close. It was the doji too. It's just too close, right? If anything, you could take your puts like right here. Like you literally take your puts right here at 14.95. But that's just too close to the price, right? And look what happened. Order blocks got filled there, right? So if anything, see how I chart, I start to talk to myself. I'm like, nah, fuck that shit. What happened right here? That's a structure break. Take me all the way down to the entry and get out or load up on my contracts and hit a target. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me because I'm always anticipating something that can happen. The market's just closed right now. So you're not gonna see me live in action. So long story short, yep, that's it. That's Macy's. Let me jump over to another one. If you want me to chart something, just let me know. I'm in a charting state right now. Let's go to Airbnb. Airbnb Moody is not a small account builder. They don't know how to make that a small account builder. Don't do that. AMD. Let me see. When you have a doji, it's great. Yeah, if you know the structure. Yeah, doji be they be dojis. They so indecision because that means the market needs to pick a direction. Yeah, facts. Just be ready to put or call facts, which is what Moody is doing. No, that's not what I was doing. That's why I was like doing that. Nah, that's not what I was doing. Like that's what you saw me
no.
at
Yeah, I saw you
first.
do the entry for calls and for puts, and you had your targets for puts and you had your targets for green. That's what I was asking.
Yeah. No, that was dope. It's just if you would have kept going, it's just I think I threw you off when I had said I'm gonna stay charting. If you would have kept going, you probably would have talked about everything else. Like, oh, he's moving it now because of the yeah. But like when I first was starting, yeah, it was like the doji and the entry, and that was just the time frame and how I wanted to set it up. But yeah, it just changed from there. AMD, I don't really like this price action. To be honest with y'all, I don't like price action when there's like support here and there's like a gap down below. I'll be like, bro, I'm straight. Like I don't even care to chart it. I'll look at this live. You know what I'm saying? Like I can tell you what possibly, you know what I'm saying, is gonna happen. She's weak. Like I don't like that. She's most likely gonna dump and come down here to like about 1264. It's because I have it charted and I know what my chart does, but we're not messing. I'm straight on AMD. And let me go to the 4-hour. Let me see if the previous can the recent price. Nah, still I'm straight. It's just AMD in the video is gonna have to pull back, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's not gonna fall all the way down, but it has to pull back, you know. It had a nice little run. Come on now. $90 jumps and shit. Come on. You gotta pull back. Roku, FX, FCX. Oh, y'all asking for charts now? Y'all don't want to just go through my charts? I'm still going through my charts. Like, I don't care what that. Let me see. Let me go through my chart. Dang, this is gonna bounce. No, it's not. What the heck happened? Dang, what happened to you? I said, no, it's not. Oh, box. Oh, pretty strong price action, box. Oh, what's your weekly doing? That's pretty strong, bro. What you trying to do? You inside. No wonder. Structure. I like that. 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 I already had a
Yeah, it's
chart.
almost like that 50% mark.
You said what?
It's
Well-
almost at the 50% mark of those two big impulse candles.
Oh, yeah. Lisa, yeah. Facts. That's a structure break. Both of these right here, like how I try to go back up. This was it's just as a weekly chart. So look at this wick right here. When you go to a smaller time frame, the imbalancement of the bear flag and just. I already kind of got the charted, and this thing's gonna. Let me see. How much did it run from here? 26, 28. Yeah, that thing gonna go. Let me see something with her. Let me see what you talking about, baby girl. You inside. You gonna pick a direction for me. But you could probably stay inside for the rest of the day. So let me go to 2 days. Complete the structure though. And so you got one more day really, but you're gonna change direction for tomorrow. My apologies. Hold on. Yeah, same thing as your weekly. Nah, I'm gonna just leave Box alone for right now. Messages. But I will tell you, I will go for calls for Box. Definitely calls. I wouldn't be shorting it. It's bullish and it looks nice. And it's just I don't want to really chart it off a week. Let me see something because that price action is beautiful. It's gonna move from there. But I'm going to chat and I guess I'm gonna chart a couple of ones that just came out. Gosh. What's price at? Damn, that's damn near almost $1 move though. If I do that, hell no, you miss a bag, missing a box that way. That's perfect though. Let me see something. Oh, I got you. Stay out here. Let's go delete. Open up. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'll delete you here. Oh my gosh, let me be great. Can you not just move as fast as I need you to move? Cool. Where's price at? That's 75. It's more than 10%. It could trigger. Possible trigger and then pull back sometimes. We could move the call though. We could definitely move that. Let's just start right here. We could definitely move that. Damn, you don't want to give me no price action? Forget you then. We'll just go ahead. How far is that? Nah, this would definitely be the move right there. If we leave that, we can start. Let's get some perfect stuff, Moody. None of that.
I'm really liking this box chart
Why is that?
because it's looking hella bullish to me. When I see those buyers stepping in right there on that 3 hour, and it has a gap to fill too to the upside.
Yeah, you see that? Yeah, that's about it. And that's like all the way to 2049. Yeah, that's perfect. And then they bounce there if that happens. So now you gotta go higher. Higher. Yeah, I need to. Dang, bro, I gotta charge my phone. I don't mind me. I'm about to just do this, guys. Cal, you need to see what Cal, I am reading your prison. Got you different, stick to the top. You know, here, I want it. Don't stop till I'm making a difference, get them all right. And I'm living see real good. And look when I made it out. And one side, I know they was break it down. You're only supposed to the end. Who I am. But it was just, give me my best. I'm not holy, I'm not blessed, I'm not blessed. When I was back, but off was holding back. Nigga, anyone's better than following God. Can I be in a prison? You different, to the top. Stop. Don't clout. Don't stop them making a difference. Get them all. Yeah. All right, this is box right here. This is what I do about whites are entry points. Moving the mountain. All right, I could take a screenshot of that. Oh, well, this is being recorded, Moody. They could rewatch this. And I guess I'll just, let me see. I'll tell people to fast forward all the way to a certain point to watch the watch list. Cool. Make sure that was box. My bad. I might chart what y'all want though. It's just in my mind, I was like, maybe you was trying to give him something to watch for this week, right? Give him something that you know about the run. I need to like, I was suggesting I'm doing it right. The more I sleep, the more I find myself the way in my life. I need to choose.
So I guess just one additional question on like box, right? Because I just don't swing. But like, what's a good time frame? Like a month out, 2 months out, 3 months out for the move to happen? Like, what's your take on box?
Box, I'm saying you can swing her on the weeklies. Yeah, I like weeklies on her. Weeklies. If you want to do dailies, I wouldn't even go intra-week days, but yeah, weekly for swinging. Like, how long are you talking about swinging? I said weekly because you said a monthly, so it making me feel like
no, I'm thinking should I get like a July? No, because I just don't swing, right? So it's like I'm just trying to get better at swinging because I just can't see red. And that's just me. So I'm just thinking, okay, do I get a month out so that way at least I'm buying myself insurance and then I'm in, making sure that I get the move up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You don't really gotta go a month out on box. You go like 3 weeks, 2 weeks out. It's just because of the Greeks.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, thank you.
You do like 2 to 3 weeks automatically on them, even if you're trying to swing it for a week and a half. But let me go back to box so I can really answer your question. Staying consistent, I'll move with the clock. I'm not casting a stone. The foundation. I get a dog with Dalmatian. I got come with me. Yeah, cool. So myself, so here's my life. True. Yeah, you could definitely swing her off a weekly. Just you know how to get the bottoms, right? So you don't have to have like the bottom. Always just try to get the bottom of breaks. Like, oh, sorry, I shouldn't say it like that. Like double bottoms or once it like retraces a mother bar, try to get the bottoms with bullish reversals. You can see it happen. Yeah. I don't want to go to the past and explain it, right? I just want to.
No, I get you.
Yeah, you want to do that. But with box, you could definitely swing her off a monthly too. But if you're going to choose to swing box off a monthly, I advise you to get like 2 months to 2 months and a half or anything longer on box.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, and me even looking at the monthly, yeah, most definitely. Yeah, and you'll like to do that too on like, since you're not really a big swinger, Melina, you can use like these small accounts. Like I was just looking at CLF because it just moves slow, right? But automatically, me throwing this on a monthly, I will swing CLF. I'll get like, I don't know, where we at, June, like September calls. And then as soon as I look at the greaves and the premiums, I'll be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go a little closer too. I might just, you know what I'm saying, grab something for August. You know what I'm saying? It's just why, Milena, is that a bullish reversal and is that a support? If it
Yep, I see it.
if it hits my stop loss, which is gonna be like right here, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna move that bad boy and I'm just gonna travel it down like right here. And even though I'm doing that, I'm always looking to the left, and my dotted line is at my opening price right there. You know, I mean my closing price. Yeah, if it happens, it happens. I just get out. It's cool. Like I understand the game, but I do understand too the individual, because I used to be that individual when you first start trading, or you're just, you know, growing your portfolio, where it's like, oh man, but you have to make the choice. You have to make the choice where it's like, especially if you have, you know what I'm saying, anything like $10,000, $15,000 in your account, you have to learn to make the choice where it's like, all right, cool, I'm not gonna panic, but maybe I'm just gonna put 5,000 over here, and this is gonna be for my swings. Like I don't utilize the same accounts to like my swings are not. The only time my swings are in my day trading account, and my day trading is my scalping account as well. I have two of those where the only way a swing trade is going to be in that is if I'm swinging intraday. Like a 2-week trade, a 2-week swing would be inside of my portfolio, in my portfolio of a day trader, right? But with the mindset of me having that, I'm only gonna like, my mindset is to just hold that for a few days. And if it gives it to me in a day, cool. And if it gives it to me today, I leave runners. You know what I'm saying? But even though I diversify my portfolio, like my long-term account is not my swing trading account. You know what I'm saying? Like my long-term account is stocks, is what I own. You know what I'm saying? My swing trading account, my leaps are in there, like options and stuff like that. I don't mix my stocks and my options together. But that's just me. It's just how I trade. So let me see what the airlines are doing. Yeah, airlines. Let me see how you're doing down here, though. Mostly looking great. Airlines look like she's ready to make a move. She's just at structure. We need anything above this, but check VA real quick, Moody. VA hit the structure. She want to pull back, but she's back at it. You could bounce from here. This is what we need. Are you doing it though?
Moody, when you look at that structure, what do you see with that structure?
What structure?
If you go back to the hour that you were just on.
Hour? I think I was on daily.
Okay, daily. Yes, it's daily. I see now.
Go ahead.
I see right now is, I guess it's consolidating, hasn't picked the structure. If I'm looking at the green and the red candle.
You're looking at these two?
Yeah.
They pick a direction to the downside. Once it breaks the previous candle on whatever time frame, it has picked a direction.
Okay.
And on top of it, pick the direction is also on a bearish tweezer top reversal, right? And we're seeing the resistance from the previous pass. The structure that I see is that's the structure. It came to a structure and it's pulling back down. But where my price is at right now, right here, you see like this red, that's post, and that's where price is at right now, that red line. So, or I'm sorry, that's where we closed, and that's where the price is at right now, but it's at a structure, right? So with me, I know that if it breaks like under here, oh dang, where was I? Identify. Yeah, I like that. That's too far. Yeah, like right here, and I'm utilizing this candlestick and just looking to the left and right. That's where we're supported at, right? So we can bounce from there and we can see how like doom, doom, and it came right there. So I was just looking at that structure and I was just coming, I went to a 7-minute, but it was too small. I'm just coming down to a smaller time frame to look at the structure. We got a nice little head and shoulders off with the bear flag right here, coming towards this neckline. We're under the 45-minute, right? So I'm looking at that we could be getting bearish. Hold on. Sorry, I charge. All right, appreciate it. Yeah, but that's his structure, right? So this blue line for calls. So even if we take out these targets and it bounces here, we'll be good to go because that was our last resistance and we're over it. So resistance turns into support. We're a little weak on the RSI here on a 45-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame or smaller. It's showing us how, let me see that big dump, how it's trying to stay under it and stay on the smaller. It's trying to stay on the downtrend territory. We got another tweezer bottom here, right? So it could be heading towards support. I'd just be going down to small time frames and I'm trying to see like how we're bouncing, and it's actually trying to reverse right now, right? But the smaller time frames have to reverse first, so the bigger time frames could be able to do that. So that's all I was like kind of looking at VA because I was looking at Delta Airlines. My bad, my energy getting low. I'm getting hungry. I need to go eat me some food. DraftKings looks good. Holy snap. And it's just, once you learn how to trade, you're like, I got all these stocks, I don't be trading all these stocks. Like I look at DraftKings and be like, look, I'm only trading DraftKings tomorrow. And I literally just size my position correctly.
Yeah, we definitely need to add DraftKings.
Yeah. And she look good. Bro.
Hey, I know you got to go, Moody. Can you go back to the daily on that DraftKings?
Yeah, I'm just about to chart it. Yeah, I
Okay.
go. No, go
No,
ahead.
whenever you finish, you take your time.
Go ahead. You good? What's the question?
Or maybe he's on the weekly on it. I thought I saw like a green and a red candle. I was gonna ask you if you think that was a tweezer top. Yeah, those two. That red and that green.
Nah, that's a tweet. It would have been the tweezer bottom.
Okay, but it broke it.
Yeah, this one is a
Tweezer
tweezer
bottom.
because you had a green candle that went up. Your next candle opened damn near flush and then started pushing down. That was a tweezer bottom that came down to its 50%. This would have been like a tweezer. I'm sorry, tweezer top. This would have been damn near a tweezer bottom, but it's not that flush, but it was almost accurate, right? So since this was a red candle that opened up and pushed down, because that's how you have to look at the price. It opened up here, ran up, took out these targets right here with that wick and whatever targets to its left, and then it started to push down and it closed here. Once it closed here, it opened up higher than where it closed, right? So it gapped up on a smaller time frame. And yeah, it's like kind of like a little tweezer bottom, but you see the support like from the opening of both of these green candlesticks. That makes sense?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna try a couple more. Let me just get in a rhythm. Probably stay till my phone died. A couple percent. All right, cool. Let me get on the.
Yeah.
Rest in the front, sunshine on my head, palm trees on a block.
It's a good life.
Rest in the blunt, so on my bed, on a plane, in my stock, it's a good flight. Give a fuck what you think, give a fuck how you feel. Tell them niggas it's exactly what it look like. If you said it, then it must be true. I just laughed on a first class, trust me, cool. I got the key, bro. In a rental with the C-Low. Like a center, getting everything I reach for. On a couple cribs, never lease those. Midday, walking through the hood, it's a cheap clothes. You ain't good if we never get to speak, yo. It's real love if we ever get to link, though. Cause a lot of these niggas is liabilities. I cut them off mentally, carrying it in the Philippines. They either dead to me or best to me. And if they best to me, they dead to me. They trying to be the end of me. I put my energy on better things. I wear a lot of hats cause I'm ready to stay ahead of things. It's the way, bro. The rain gon' come, it's the way, bro.
Oh, son, they're gonna play it this way. All right, so I'll take it.
I'm gonna shine, it's the way it be. The rain gon' come, that's the way.
It's not that bad, actually. Let me see something. Oh, it made me mad, it made me so.
No snakes in the grass, bitch, snakes in the fast,
Wait,
bitch,
wait,
shit,
wait.
never last, that's all. I ain't trying to stay the hood, I ain't trying to stay the hood. I'm retired, only focused on my home life. I ain't tripping over shit.
Nah,
living life
that
in
is
this bitch,
perfect.
no time. But I don't like. Got love in my crib, gotta love how I live. Got the shit that I've been dreaming
Yeah,
of my
that's
whole
my
life.
song, though, man. Don't forget that.
Till I made it something real for the other people like me. I'ma straight together change for some Nikes. Now I tell her pick what she want. I said it's Linktree. No time for a grudge, no time for the hate. Everybody got opinions, nigga, fuck them all. Safe space, I don't judge. Every day a clean slate. I got everything I wanted and I wanted more. Spend it winter in the sun, now in Paris for the fall. Then we headed to New York when the summer's on. Young Coda never done, stand up when I fall. I'ma do it for the family and nothing more. Sun gonna shine, that's the way it go. The rain gonna come, that's the way it grow. I'ma rise still high, now take me home. Go high when the devil try to
Take me low.
Sun gonna shine,
That's the way it be.
The rain gonna come,
Alright,
that's the way
yeah,
I'm
so I changed the actual plug, so let me use, where's that target at?
Yeah, I'm out the way, son. Lifting up my kicks
Yeah,
with a
it's very
great run.
brown.
Feeling like I wanna pick the pace up. I might stop for the views, but I ain't done. Yeah, wild, the skin clear, the stand fresh. Do right, the first come, collect checks. More life and more love and less stress. I don't argue with niggas, so I correct less. You right, bro. Now please tell me.
Alright, that DraftKings right there.
Back up, like how the price go. God weeded out the toxic shit. He got a solid foundation. Just hate me. I got no time for explanations. Me and my wife is fucking and going places. Always got a wallet full of different color faces. On a little boat having heavy conversations. Life is like a cliff. It's short and you gotta face it. When you in my shoes, life is a celebration. Better days in the making. Loving this celebration. Yeah, I'm gonna start.
The way it go. That's the way it go. Take me home. Alright, y'all can take a screenshot of this.
I'm gonna start. It's the way it be. The rain gonna
Oh, once the load's up. Or you can just always take a screenshot, even though it's frozen, and you see the prices right here, and you can just literally put the price on your chart. I will always say put it where the candlesticks are at. And even if you just don't use the horizontal line, you can use if you don't use the ray, you can just use the horizontal line where it'll just go all the way straight. And you may not get the actual candles that I'm utilizing, but you'll be able to see the price action. But if you do it like this, you'll be able to know like, okay, he used these wicks, things of that nature. Let me go to the chat. Thanks, Moody and Milena. I have to go. Yeah, you have a blessed day, EK. Let me see. Cause I'm about to get off here. Let me see if I can run through a couple of these real quick. Very niggas. What's my shit on here? Roku. Oh, I gotta.
back again. Before I went and return, nigga. Imagine
Happening, academies, authentic and passionate, is nobody business. Little witness, in a vision, This is saving my mission. This is celebration. In better places. Elevation. I'm never taking. I'm never vacant. My destination. Destination. I'm better than ever. And I'm changing the weather. I'm better reflected. I'm better with pressure. The weather feels tropical. It's rocky. It's comical. I'm the dude. What's you? Mediocrity bothers you. And me phenomenal. Like what the as an obstacle.
Possible. Randy Moss game film got me feeling unstoppable. Steph Curry shot in the logo, this shit unblockable. Watch it land, that Sonic thing, all they got to do. Are you listening? Bitches started a ruckus, I had to finish it. I learned to laugh and shake my head at
The ignorance.
being loved by strangers. I'm
Like the Benjamins. Living thing, yeah. This is Roku. They can't move like they're moving. They're just not moving right now. Like they will move.
yeah.
Probably couldn't like the cover with my move. My nigga, how can I lose? Only if I lose. So that I could draw jewels, having everything off, saying everything got to. But I'm not you. Things else down. And you really get you rich now. When you thinking really no entertainment. And this is basic. Being is matrix. No invitation. In simulation. In my creation. And patience. Braces, yeah.
Yeah. Coming for it all. Everything I saw before I came was a legend from a baby. My respect upon my name, not a slave on the force. Never see me shame.
My pleasure is eternal. And we could be included eternal shame. I'm doing it live. And dividends. Benjamins. This planet I was visiting. I was Michigan. And then God is limited. And his language figure is. You know, visiting. The fallacy they've been living in. Like freedom fools like riddling. That's Roku right there. That's how I would play it. Roku moved, so that's why I had these put targets the way I have them. I missed one that I would definitely take right here. My apologies. But those would be my entries for calls, entry for push targets. All right. And then we can delete this bad boy here. And then just and that's how I would literally play it. Where's the other one? Just begun. I'll show you where I'm from.
I got Brooklyn in my head, city in my lungs. They gon' miss me when I'm dead. Do not let that make you blow. Everybody gotta go. But as long as I am stuck in this body, I'm slinging hope and healthier ways to go. Help you to stay. Hey, I see everything. I'm speaking code like.
Okay. Sweet but it's strong. 3, 4, 1,
Not consumed by my nose. I reflect next to me.
Moody, but this is a good swing. This is definitely a skill. Thanks for having my back.
Be back. We back, where I've been, where I'm at. Thanks for having my back.
My bad, I just never traded this stock before, so I just trying to see some things. We've been stressing, I've been, we've been testing, where are we supposed to go now?
Moody, how long ago did you get in your forward leaps?
I had put a limit order in overnight. They had triggered me in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm already in them. I ain't even gonna be looking at them. I know I was up at one point. I'm probably still in. I'm not sure. They see your lowest basement. And you say it's go trading this. I think a cool winner. The boom thing. A few times. I need a few simple. I need to serve. I need to learn. They make you curve. And if you on the curve, then you know that you deserve. When you get in on my nerves, if you concerned, in your purse, things on the earth. I've been guessing, but where are we supposed to go now? Where are we supposed to go now? I said, you been, I've been, but where are we supposed to go now? Give them the bottom, that's the bottom of the balancement though. You heard about there, that's about it before it starts to trace again. No, you decide what you want. So you want, I want, we've been just things and where we supposed to go now. Where we supposed to go now? You've been chasing, I've been chasing. Where are we supposed to go now?
Yeah, I'm about to enjoy myself real quick. Hold
Okay. Painting, I don't care how you paint me. Things you can create and still, I'm looking to a positive quick. Following the kids, I'm on the island, it's started shining. In the body, we kind of toxic for the profits. When they knock it, I'll be like, stop it. It's a real deal coming for you like Kill Bill. All right, that's FCX.
If I spend 100K, even though that I'm
Making it back.
If I say that shit off the Henny, I ain't taking it back. If I plan this beat, even though that I'm making it grow.
One thing I'll say about FCX, if you hit 39.83, you will pull back. But anything over this price, you could go ahead and swing again after the pullback. That's just me like looking through it, but that'll be my entries on them. It would have been a little bit tighter. I never traded them and I never like watched them live to see how they move, but just reading their price action, that's pretty safe for me. You know what I'm saying? You can even put it at 36.65, right? And take this as your first target. But yeah, this will be safer because if it does break this, it's gonna head all the way down here, all the way down to 34.56. All right, cool. Let me go back to the chat. Oh wow, my screen is not sharing. Why nobody told me that? It just keeps kicking me off. I'm trying to share it right now and it won't share. All right, well, I wrote it down. Let me FC.
Hey, Sharon, you can see your screen.
Oh, I don't know why it's saying this. Oh, it says new share. I'm over here thinking it's not sharing. All right, cool. Appreciate that. I think that's all of them. I'm about to hop off. AEP could have definitely went to 85 if it had the volume to support it, and I called it in pre-market this morning. That's dope. Oh, okay. Oh, I seen somebody actually say something about that, but I was live by that time. But yeah, I really like AEP too. It's an energy stock. Let me just I'll just look at it really quickly. AEP. Nah, AP about to run. Hold on. Let me just make sure. Yeah,
Yeah, it went up like $1 or something this morning.
yeah. Let me see. Yeah, it pushed. Yeah, it's in a nice little cup and handle, and it's already over its 50% retracement of this candlestick. And as you see, like it passed like a little bounce areas, right? But it likes to bounce around this area.
Yep.
I would take
Fact.
it to like 12. Yeah, bro. Let me take it to higher. Heck no. This is an automatic. You want to swing her. Yeah, you want to swing this. Even if you go out, because this is energy, right? Even if you go out like a month and a half out, I will swing calls. This is going back to like at least 90 bucks. Before it gets to
Yeah.
90 bucks, I would say 87 bucks for a fact. That's where it's going to try to like find break these imbalancements.
Yes.
If it holds above that 87.70, this shit is gonna go back to $90.
Yeah, I got stopped out of it earlier because I was gonna swing it because I mentioned it this morning, but I got stopped out. So I'm gonna get back in though.
Yeah, just grab it on a. Let me check the smaller time frames real quick. Yeah, the smaller time frames already started to rebalance and push. Let me see something though. Yeah, she might just push. How did we close on 10? Yeah, she's gonna push, bro. Just grab a nice red candle. Like, and this is what I mean. Let me take it to about the 3-minute to 5-minute time frame is pretty fine. But just catch it on the structure, like even though it's pushing up, right? It's added structure. So let's just say that the price jumps all the way. Say if it jumps like right here or even below it, like kind of like right here. Say we just get a nice little spike or something in the morning, right? Find a bounce anywhere right here if it leads you. I was gonna say enter your calls right here, right? But if it passes this, like gaps up in the morning or anything of that nature, or just you couldn't catch it when it comes back down to like about 84.05. And if it doesn't, because it's running, you can catch it here at 84.14, bro. But buy you some time. If you want to like intraday trade it, you could just go next week. But I promise you, bro, if you put some time on that contract, this thing's gonna run. Let me check one more thing for you.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, XLE is gonna give us a nice little pullback here, right? So you might be able to be under those blue lines and catch it breaking back up. 7. Yeah, actually may give us a nice little pullback before she starts to run again, because it's added support where it closed that right here. This is a support level. So we just got to see, even if it gaps down a little bit tomorrow, how we break above it and keep running.
Bet. Appreciate you, bro. For real.
Yeah, absolutely. No problem, bro. QQQ. QQQ due for a pullback. Oh, she gave us the pullback. There it is. It really just depends. Like when it comes to QQQ and SPY, I like to do it live or like when the at pre-market, because I really like to see where the price is at right now. Because like automatically, I would tell you, you know, just to be safe on QQQ, I would take calls right here, right? And I would target this high, right? That's damn near a $2 move. And QQQ moves, right? So you can trim right here at 356.78, and then the other one's going to be like the other trim is going to be like right here. Let me just make sure. Yeah. The other trim is going to be at this level around 356.70 for puts. Yeah, let me see. I'm making my slippers for a while. I just want well, don't pay money. I'm just saying, love me. I'm in Colorado. At me. I've been on vacation. Badly. From California, my state. Pulling up in Mexico and New York City plates. No, why you go over there? Take this off, Moody. Get the fuck up out my face, man. That's what I have for them right now. Yeah, that's all I have for her right now. Just because I believe that she's gonna give us a pullback, but I will take her up here just to get the target. Ooh, she looks so freaking beautiful. That's too far. Too far. Maybe do the worst shit. They know the devil is alive, but the way I got him moving got him nervous. Ooh, we may feel this little small cat. This is where QQQ will head to. That's gonna be a structure. Anything above that, we go up there. Well, I see it like that. Hey. Get the bag, hey. All right, so this is what I got for you for QQQ, my brother. Right. That's gonna be your magnitude. You definitely get up there. This will just be taking forever, and we'll see if I get you a little couple more targets, because that's like a nice little jump. And that's just to me. Like I like to have places that I can trim or say, hey, I want to stay above this price. Skirt. All right, cool. All right, you're definitely gonna feel this gap here on QQQ. And I'm gonna make it yellow so that you can know you have a gap right here. And this is why it's very important to go to your left so you can understand what's really going on in the chart, right? So I gave you another one from 360, you got 359. Let's go ahead and get you something at this 58 level so we can be able to trim, because we know how they like to play, right? So we'll take that. That's not the gap, so we're just gonna go ahead and make that a target. And there you go. Let me bring this all the way over here. Boom. Yeah, and that's what I have for you right here on QQQ. That's going to be your puts, calls, trims, and targets. You got a gap right here to fill. I got you 2 targets, right, within your gap. And then you'll want to stay above these lines, right, to go ahead and fill the rest of that gap. Once it does that, it'll play in here to hit that structure to come all the way back down, right? But what I see, it was due for a pullback. We got a nice little pullback, right? And we probably closed all the way down here. Yeah, so it's probably gonna, not probably, most likely tomorrow's gonna want to go ahead and choose to run just to go ahead and push itself overbought, right, on these higher time frames, right? And then we'll see what happens from there. And if that doesn't happen, you're taking the put entries, right, from here, and that's gonna be breaking your median, and you're gonna be able to cash that flush all the way back down to its support. And do what you gotta do, bro. You so welcome, Shauna. When will you not take a put when the RSI is above 70? When will I not take a put when the RSI is above 70? The price action. That's what it's always gonna fall down to, is gonna be the price action. Like if it's over the 70 up here, you just really have to go watch my RSI class, right? If you iPhone, if you watch my RSI class, you're gonna really understand it. Because it's like a 2-3 hour class just strictly on the RSI, right? But long story short, like if it's over the 70 mark, I use 75. But if it's over that, I'm looking at smaller time frames to go ahead and identify if I need to go ahead and buy more calls or buy more puts, because the RSI is going to be completely different on the smaller time frames, and everything that I teach on the RSI, like even if it's on an hour and it's overbought, I'll be doing the same thing on a smaller time frames, right? So from the hour to the 5-minute, 15-minute, or even the 1 minute, right? The RSI is not going to be that high, right? So it's going to be doing something completely different down here at a support or at a resistance level, and I'm going to utilize the candlesticks to continue to push price up, right? But yeah, that's what I. When would I not? That's when I wouldn't take a put. But yeah, that's the best way to explain it. You know, I'm not the type of person, like, that's why I say watch that RSI class. I'm not the type of person that's like, oh, my RSI is up here, I'm shorting. You know what I'm saying? Most people want to do that, and I could tell that it hasn't clicked for them yet. And I will continue to say it. I won't get stressed out, but I could tell it's not clicking for you yet, that, hey, it's overbought on an hour time frame. So that means it's relatively strong and it can continue to be overbought, right? It's not to say that as soon as it goes down here, it's going to drop. And even if it does drop, your price still goes up. It's once it breaks this level. Not to say that you won't see no red candles, you will, but it will be looking for support. But yeah, I think that's the best way I could explain that. Let me stop sharing my screen though. The class is located on my YouTube channel. It's Life with Moody. And the class is called Tips and Tricks of the RSI. It's probably like one of the first classes I did for MSC Teach. I mean, not MSC Teach, but MSC. You're more than welcome. All right, cool. Does anybody have any last minute questions or anything before I jump off? I'll post this as soon as is refreshed. I'll post it tonight. It'll probably be loaded in the next 30 minutes or less, and I'll have it up for you guys to be able to watch. And you'll probably just have to fast forward. I don't know. The screen will be showing, like, I think it was like 6:30 when I started doing the watch list. But yeah, I think that this is a great class for you guys, and it should hold you over for the rest of the week as well. Let me stop the recording.